Do you ever have those moments where someone that works for you does it completely different to how you're expecting them to? Good morning and welcome to In the Car with Clint. Today I want to talk to you about your strategy for your business or for activities in your business and your communication with your team. Now, it's the start of the year. That December, January period for me gives me a lot of time to start thinking about the year that will be and the year that was and the strategies and the goals and, the changes and whether or not we're going to, buy new locations or whatever it might be. And yesterday I caught up with my accountant for breakfast. I do that once a month. And he and I just talked about strategy, and I come to this realization that my strategy, although there's this kind of, overarching understanding of the fact that we're going to grow a $100 million company, and we're going to do it with kindness over fear, and that we're going to do it by working in line with our values, the 12 immutable laws. We don't have a real strong roadmap for everything, and it's all in my head, and that's not an uncommon problem for founders. Obviously, you start off as one or two, and then you kind of grow and grow and grow, and all of a sudden you're at 40, and everyone else has learned from everyone else, and then there's been this kind of shandying of the quality or the preciseness or the correctness of how you want things done and where you want things to go, and ultimately that all falls back on you. Now, I've talked about this before. The buck stops with you. If anything is happening inside your business that you're not happy with, or it's not in line with your needs, wants and desires, then it's because of something that you've done or that you haven't done. So you either haven't hired the right people, you haven't trained the right people, you've kept the wrong people on too long, you haven't had a strong roadmap for what you are to achieve for a certain period of time. And then when that happens, people will generally make up their own. And it doesn't mean they're going to be doing anything malicious or they're going to try and harm the company. They'll just do what they think is right, and what they think is right might be right for them, but it's not right for you, and it's your company, and or you're the manager of the company. So in the world of boards and CEOs, which is not a world that I come from and not a world that I kind of imagine being in, you'll get strategy created at a board level, delivered to a CEO, and the CEO will then roll that strategy out through the company, and then they'll be held accountable to the goals and the financial measurements that are set by the board. Now, for a business, say a business of 6 or 4 or 8 or just you, quite often there is no deep strategy, and therefore you're kind of just waking up and just doing it every day, and it becomes Groundhog Day. Wake up, go build a wooden frame, go to sleep, wake up, go build a wooden frame, go to sleep, and you haven't got any metrics tied to how many you want to build, or what you want your life to look like in 5 years, or how much money you want in the bank, or how many staff you want. And I think it's really important in any capacity, no matter how big or small the company is, that you have some form of strategic planning and some form of a strategy session. And it doesn't have to cost money. You don't have to pay an external consultant to kind of extract that out of you. You just need to find a space that works for you as a thinking space, and that might be a pub, it might be at the beach, it might be in the woods. What am I? It might be just at home alone, uninterrupted in your backyard, with a piece of paper and a pen, and start going through the list of things that you want. How does your business look in 5 years? Are you still one of the active operational team members? How many locations do you have? How many vehicles do you have? How much money are you making? Where are you positioned in the market? What kind of a service do you offer? Who do you work with and who do you not work with? And just write as much stuff, get it out of your head as you can. Just write down rules that people need to adhere to work with you. The things that you will accept from a customer, the things you won't accept from a customer, the kind of payment terms that you want to accept. And you get it all down and create some kind of a roadmap that you can use, and even if it's rough, it doesn't matter. You just need to get it down, because it's something that you're going to be working on all the time, and it's not something that's set in stone. Like, I think quite often people will set a budget or a plan, and then they'll put it in a drawer for 12 months, and then they look at it again in 12 months, and go, oh, okay, we hit it or we didn't hit it. We're looking at our numbers daily. From a sales standpoint, we're reporting them like every day. Everyone that works for me gets an email of the sales to date against target sales for each department, and also for each segment in departments as well. We've got things like irrigation sales or irrigation design at railways that we're working on, so we target that, we graph that. We then look at that monthly, and then it can help us to change tack. Now, something might happen, a situation might occur that the government changes a regulation around something that you can do, and it means that 50% of your sales have to go overnight. There's nothing you can do about it, they're just gone. You need to be prepared to adjust your strategy, and then adjust your budgets so that it works for you, and that you can make those changes. And by doing this, I honestly, I can't guarantee it, but if you set a strategy and understand what you want to achieve, including a budget which has how much profit you want, how many staff you need to achieve it, and then you measure what your actual is against your projected profit and sales and your strategy, not only will you get to where you want to go faster, but at any point, if you're starting to get speed wobbles, or if there's an issue arising inside your business, if you're looking at the 10 or 12 key numbers that matter most to you, you will pick up on it quickly, and it will put you in a position to be able to make changes and save a potential catastrophe from happening, because you watch what's going on. It blows my mind how many people run their business like a 1970s corner store, where they just buy and sell stuff all year long, and then at the end of the year they look in the tin and see how much money's there, and that's their profit. If you want to do that, that's fine, but if you're looking to make growth and create wealth for you and your family, because that's what you should be doing if you've got your business, unless you're doing it for some higher power. And the reality is, you still need money to do that. You need profit in the business, and you need to know where that's coming from, and you need to know when it's not coming, so that you can make changes to ensure that you have a strategy. All of this has to be clearly communicated with your team, and they need to understand what you are doing and what you are trying to achieve. And then all you do as a leader is make sure that you move roadblocks out of the way of them, and give them the tools and the resources they need to make sure that they are on track to help you hit your goals, wants, and desires. And it's done. It's that simple. So I hope that's helped one of you. If you want to sit down and kind of listen to this, or watch it while you're writing down strategy, it might help. If you've got any questions about this or anything else, don't hesitate to hit me up on the DM or in the comments underneath the video, depending on where you're watching it. There is an abundance out there. I make these videos to try and help others shortcut the mistakes I've made. I said at the start, we kind of don't have a solid strategy, and I'm 13 years in or something. So don't worry if you haven't done it yet. It's never too late to do it, but the best time to write the strategy is the day you start, and the second best time is now. So get into it, be kind to each other, and I'll talk to you real soon.